Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to a video on the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to my Premier League predictions I made all the way at the start of the season for how the table would end come May. Now, of course, we're at the end of the season. Lovely weather indeed. Hopefully you've had some nice weather as well where you are. But before we get into the video, I want to say a massive thanks for the recent support on the channel. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Also, put notifications on so you do not miss a video, because this summer, hopefully, it's going to be some crackers. And if you're excited to see that, well, let me know in the comment section down below. So we're going to be reacting to my Premier League predictions. I've done this now, this is the 4th season, so I've got a bit of standards made to know if this is a good season or a bad season, and also something I've not done before but I'm thinking of doing at the end of this video is comparing myself to other content creators who have done Premier League predictions to see if I've done better or worse than them. I do find that quite interesting. But first of all, we're going to see how I did looking back on my predictions. Let's go right now. Bottom of the pile, I did put Bournemouth. Now, looking back, what a season for Bournemouth. What a season indeed. They've proven everyone wrong. I'm pretty sure everyone had Bournemouth in their bottom three. If you didn't, then you were a Bournemouth fan for sure. I think even Bournemouth fans had them going down. The squad at the start of the season just didn't look capable of staying in the Premier League, but how wrong we all were. Finishing 15th in the end. What a season for Bournemouth, but that's 5 points on the board already. Not a great start. In 19th, I put Southampton, and this one, only 1 point off on this one. Very happy. Southampton, they've been in my relegation zone for predictions. I think the last 3 seasons, I think I've always backed them to go down. This time it's actually happened. Nothing really against Southampton, but I just seen it coming. So Southampton in the Championship next season, and only 1 off on this one. So I've made up the score a little bit there. And my final relegation spot went to Fulham. But what was I thinking? I think I sort of went with the crowd on this one. I saw a lot of people putting Fulham down at the bottom. I don't think they do that bad, as I say, but I've just gone with the crowd on that one. That's why you should never follow the crowd, people. Always make your own mind up on predictions. On this one, 8th off. They finished mid-table, bang on, 10th. Yeah, disappointed with that one. And another prediction I'm really disappointed on is I put 17th Brentford. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Brentford. I don't know. I was looking back on my predictions about Christmas time and I seen Brentford down and I was like, why did I put Brentford that low? I thought of potentially maybe thought Tony would have been sold. Potentially thought second season syndrome like Sheffield United a few years ago. I don't know. I have no explanation for this one. 8 points off again. It's not great, is it? It's not looking great for me right now. In 16th, though, I've turned it around. I've got a spot-on prediction. Nottingham Forest there. Now, I know a lot of Nottingham Forest fans, and I know how much this will mean to them staying up, but I've got it spot on, so I'm buzzing about that. Can just brag to them even more now. No, I'm not like that. But yeah, really happy on that one. Wasn't expecting them to stay up in the end. When I was looking, I think it was like the final 6 match weeks. They didn't have favourable fixtures, but they pulled it out the bag in the end. What a season for Nottingham Forest. We'll be seeing them in the Premier League next season. 15th place up at Wolves. Now I did think they'd slip off. Start of the season I was considering putting them in the relegation zone. Of course I ended up putting them 15th. And 2 off in the end. They ended up finishing 13th. So decent season, but they were saved by Lopetegui. Or I think that's how you say his name. Apologies if that's wrong. In 14th, I put Leeds. And once again, what was I thinking? That's just not a great prediction, is it? I've put Leeds above Wolves. Questions need to be asked about my Premier League knowledge here. I don't know what I was thinking. They ended up finishing 19th, back down to the Championship. I don't want to talk about it. Moving on swiftly, we go to Everton. I put them 13th. And they just about survived for the skin of their teeth in 17th. So once again, another awful prediction. It's not looking good. This score is going to be sky high by the time we finish this video now. And it just doesn't get better for me, does it? I put Leicester in 12th. Now, for me, this would have been a massive slip off for Leicester and a really bad season. They went on and got relegated. Oh no. I don't know what went wrong for Leicester. You know, I'm looking back on the season, I'm thinking, how on earth did they go down? The squad they have, and they had at the start of the season, Brendan Rodgers, of course, had a really slow start, but I thought he would definitely be able to keep them up. They ended up changing managers, and in the end, Dean Smith oversaw their relegation. Tough for Leicester. They'll be back for sure. But I just didn't see this one coming at all. I thought they'd slip off, and this would have been a big slip off. So in the end, on this one, 6 points off. But don't worry, the next one's even worse. No, sorry, slightly better. 1 point better. I put Brighton in 11th, which seems really reasonable. But when you look at the table and how far that is off 6th place, Europa League football for them next season, yeah, it's quite a lot. 5 places out on this one. I don't know why. I'm just not rating these teams, am I? I think Graham Potter was confirmed, I'm pretty sure, to go to Chelsea at this point, or maybe it happened after the season started. But De Zerbi has done an incredible job at Brighton. Fair play to him. In 10th place, this is a much better prediction. I put Crystal Palace, and there was only 1 place out on this one. They ended up finishing in 11th. If only I put the Seagulls above Crystal Palace, then it would have been a lot better. Oh well, I'll have to learn on that mistake. Into 9th place then, I put Aston Villa. Wasn't expecting them to do as well as they did. Gerrard at the start of the season, I thought he'd do really well. 9th would be considered really well for Aston Villa. Unai Emery took it to a new level. 7th place for Aston Villa. Conference League football for their next season in Europe. Fantastic for them. Only 2 off on this one though, so not disappointed at all on this call. 8th place, step up Newcastle United. And with the amount of work that was needed with the side, I just didn't think they did enough to get into the top 6. They finished 4th. Eddie Howe, what a manager. I have to say it. What an incredible manager. He's taken a relegation squad with, you know, a few signings. Spotman, Trippier, they're the big ones, aren't they? Gamares, Isaac. You know, they're the big signings in that squad. That's it. And Nick Pope, of course. How can I forget Nick Pope? But he's taken that squad, a relegation battling squad, with those signings to Champions League football. Absolutely incredible. I predicted 8th. I was very wrong in this one. 4 places better. Fair play, Newcastle. In 7th place, I put West Ham United, and it was a season to forget for them in the league. However, of course, they did win the Europa League, the Europa Conference League, sorry. So they will be in the Europa League next season. So that sort of levels out their season. But I put them 7th. They ended up finishing 14th. 7 points added on. It's not going great. In 6th place, I put Manchester United. I just didn't think, you know, Ten Hag, having done what he's done at Ajax, coming into Manchester United, I thought it would have taken a while to progress their side. I always did think that Ten Hag could take Manchester United to the next level. And yeah, straight away, fair play to him. Fair play to him. I think next season for Manchester United could be very, very exciting indeed for them. The signs of like the likes of Casemiro this season was incredible for them. 3 places off on this one. And in 5th place, I sort of went against the crowd on this one. Everyone was putting Tottenham in their top 4. I've seen a bit of a trend with Tottenham. As soon as they get Champions League qualification, the following season, they sort of drop out. And they're always in and out of it. And they always end one season really strong. Everyone predicts them to do well. They drop off. So I sort of sorted out in my head what to expect from Spurs. 8th though, I was still 3 off on this one. Not too disappointed. I would have been more disappointed if I ended up putting them in my top 4. So, as I didn't, I'm very happy with that call. 4th place then, I thought I was going to be embarrassed at the end of the season putting Arsenal 4th. They've just done better, haven't they? They did second in the Premier League. Putting Man City down almost to the wire for a Premier League title. Incredible from Arsenal. I always did see the progress under Arteta. I did think that he was building something, but I didn't think he'd do this well this season. So a fantastic season for Arsenal indeed. Next year, I think they'll drop off a little bit, of course, but they will be in the Champions League football back at the Emirates. Third place is one I think everyone's going to mess up on. I put Chelsea. I've seen a lot of people put them second and first. So overall, I'm not too disappointed. And they've signed a load of players, a lot of players. So I was 9 places out on this one. But next season, big expectations are going to be made for Chelsea with the squad available. For me, though, this season, really disappointing. But I feel this one, not just I've made a mistake. Everyone's going to make a mistake on Chelsea. You know, you expect them to be in the top 4 next year. No European football, so they should in the league do very well, considering the squad they have and the financial ability, and no European football. So Chelsea next season should do well. Will they though? We'll have to wait and see. Second place, I put Liverpool. I thought they'd do it again with Man City. Just fall short once more. They ended up finishing 5th. Really disappointing season from Liverpool. And on the whole, this prediction could have been really bad. But in the end, they did end up finishing 5th. It could have been 8th at one point. So very happy they clawed it back for my prediction's sake. But Liverpool, season to forget for them, to be honest. And top of the league, I did predict Man City to win it. I just didn't see anyone else coming close to them. And they've done it again. Another spot-on prediction for me here. So if we have a look at the table, who are the teams that caught everyone out? Well, for sure, Liverpool, but it's only 3 points. So if we look at the big pointers that caught me out, Chelsea for sure, West Ham, have to be said, Leicester, Everton as well, Brighton could be up there, of course. They've got 5 points for them, which is quite disappointing actually. Of course, Fulham, Bournemouth, Brentford. Yeah, so I haven't had a great season this year, have I, guys? And if we look back on my previous seasons, of course I did say I'd done it 4 seasons before. Let's have a look then on screen now at what my scores were there. So in the 1920 season, I ended up getting 64 points, 1 correct prediction. 20/21 season, 43 points, 4 correct predictions. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to top that season. 21/22 season, 60 points, 0 correct. That's still very good though. And this season is my worst yet. 78 points, 2 correct predictions. So it's not great, but I did get some correct. And let's see now, comparing to other YouTubers, how bad I've actually done. Well, on screen now, as you can see, I haven't actually done that bad. If I put myself in this table with other Premier League content creators I watch, I would finish 5th, which isn't bad at all in this table. These are doing the best. Benjamin Bloom, Miniminter and Fogden all ahead of me. But then look at the people below me. We've got proven prediction people like Spencer FC finishing below me. Ben Foster, former professional player, goalkeeper, and he's playing with Wrexham nowadays in League 2 next season. He's finished below me. James Lawrence Olcott, the football goals really, finishing below me. Irish guy as well, level on points, but I got 1 more correct prediction than him. So overall, after looking at that prediction table, I'm not unhappy at all. I'm very happy with that one indeed. So guys, let me know how you did in the comment section down below. What's one prediction that's made me look really stupid in this video? Let me know. If you've enjoyed, please drop a like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one very soon, guys. Take care. Goodbye.